There is open anger and deeply personal frustration at Syracuse City Hall, from the mayor to the police and fire chiefs and other department heads. It all came to a boil late today when the Common Council approved a budget that slashes millions from the mayor's proposal. The budget the council approved cuts about $16 million from the original spending plan. The mayor calls the cuts draconian and dangerous. The police chief says the new budget eliminates ShotSpotter, which alerts to gunshots often before 911 is called, and cuts extra details for parades and festivals. The fire chief says a $2.4 million cut for his department will result in civilian and firefighter injuries, possibly deaths. CBS 5's Hannah Devaney is with the Live Eye at City Hall right now.
Common Council met in chambers tonight, and the room was packed full of department heads and city officials. One by one, the council approved more than 80 amendments to the budget that were not known or seen during the public budget hearings the council hosted. Acting Council President Pat Hogan said, quote, "Revisions have been made with care." Then council proceeded to reduce spending to police, fire, parks and rec, and public works departments. Council's position in this is going to reduce spending and not affect jobs. Councilman Hogan blamed the mayor for the crowded room, saying he told people to show up. In the end, he believes it's the mayor's budget that's out of touch with this economy.
His budget, if carried on for the next 3 or 4 years, would have exhausted the fund balance. So we had to look at it subjectively and find out where we could find savings without adding any kind of more stress to our homeowners who are trying to struggle by with all the economic uncertainty that is going on in this country.
Mayor Walsh followed that council meeting with a press conference of his own, which you'll hear about in a moment. I'm told the mayor now has 10 days to respond to this budget with any and all vetoes that he has. Reporting live in front of City Hall, I'm Hannah Devaney.
Could be an uphill battle there. Hannah, key councilors told us that they'd eliminate the 2% property tax hike that the mayor proposed. And now we see this reaction. Thank you.
I'm gravely concerned for the taxpayers, for our constituents. These cuts contained in the council's amendments are draconian and they're dangerous.
In a heated news conference just afterwards, the mayor accused members of the Syracuse Common Council of not knowing what they're doing. The Syracuse City Parks Department says events will be canceled or scaled back. The DPW commissioner says the cuts to his department will impact quality of life in the city. CBS 5's Dale Ostrander is with the Live Eye at City Hall with new information from the police and fire chiefs. Dale.
Michael, Syracuse Police Chief Joe Cecil and Syracuse Fire Chief Michael Mons were more than frustrated for the cuts to their respective departments. Chief Cecil said he is concerned about the lack of training his officers could see in the future due to the cuts to the department. And for Chief Michael Mons, he is scared that the lack of funding could result in the loss of lives for his fire department. Police Chief Cecil says before the proposed budget, he worked to decrease the police department's budget by $3.5 million. Now Cecil claims the cuts made by Common Council will get rid of the, quote, nice things to have, things like the Armory Square detail and extra patrol officers for events like the St. Patrick's Day Parade and other festivals in the city. For Chief Mons, his department was cut by $2.4 million at a time where he claims the fire department is busier than ever. He claims being well-staffed has allowed Syracuse to keep from having a firefighter pass away in the line of duty in some time, and was emotional in making his plea to the Common Council.
This budget is going to impact our ability to keep our firefighters safe. It's a dangerous job. These fires are dangerous. I'm asking the council to reconsider these amendments, because it's only a matter of time before death is going to knock on our door. And I don't want to be the chief when that happens.
All of the festivals, all of the parades that we staff come out of our budget. No officers at festivals, no officers doing traffic controls at the parades, dirt bike details. And I could go on, and the mayor already mentioned ShotSpotter, and there's also community dialogues. But those are the highlights that we will have to cut, because we can't cut our core functions, which is 911 calls, major investigations, and drug investigations.
Now, both chiefs said that they have been ahead of other states when it comes to many areas of their departments because of the extra funding that they have had to prepare themselves for any and all things that could happen. But when it comes to what they want to be able to provide the same services in the future and programs to the city of Syracuse neighbors, but at this time they're unsure of whether they'll be able to do that with these cuts to their departments. Reporting live in Syracuse, I'm Dale Ostrander.
Dale, the mayor said something, and some of the department heads said it too. They were talking about this not in terms of numbers, which of course they are. They all seem to be taking it very personally.
Yeah, this certainly seemed like it was personal on both sides. Obviously, the mayor and his budget team say they worked really hard to get this budget together. And for the common councilors, they think that it's too much for city neighbors at this time to deal with. And it's two heads obviously clashing here at this point. And the attacks felt very personal in both rooms today.
Deeply personal. Dale, thank you.